Hey there, Kingdom. No, definitely not in a row. No. No. No, I promise. Oh my goodness. No, definitely not. I could not. I probably could, but I'm pretty confident my sanity would be, let's just say, like, I would not be able to do any other forms of content, probably for however the fuck long, unless I played every single one of the Soulsborns, like. And here's the thing, not being rude, if I played the Soulsborns as, like, boringly as humanly possible, I probably could. Probably. So what games are we talking, and how many have you done Deathless before? So I've done Dark Souls 2, and I've done EldenRing Deathless. The rest of them have not been done Deathless before. So we'll have to see how that one goes. Yeah, about that. Yeah, we'll have to see how that one goes. Personally, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, because I played a metric shit ton. Wait, I cleared EldenRing Deathless? Yeah, I definitely have. At least like 3 or 4 times over. In fact, honestly, the fact that we're starting with EldenRing, like I know I've been doing it for a little bit here, but EldenRing is maybe not the easiest one, but I would say EldenRing is probably one of the easier ones to do. Was that before you started watching? I am not sure, honestly, Kingdom. I'm not sure. But I can definitely tell you I've done it a couple times over. In fact, actually, the main video that's linked on the channel right now, which, by the way, plug, folks, the very first video you see popping up is about the Ugly Bastard run. That was a Deathless run. I did that run entirely without a single death in mind, if I remember correctly. Yeah. No, yeah. Because the attempts you've seen were definitely not Deathless. I mean, that's completely fair, but, like, Deathless is not a thing that just happens, all things considered. It's definitely not. Like, there's a lot of shit that happens in between, but, yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, it's not a straightforward process, but, I mean, you know, that's expected results kind of stuff. So. I guess let's not waste any time. So, here's the thing. Technically speaking, last time we left off, I did have a character established. But I'm kind of feeling with how I'm doing this right now, I think it's a bit disingenuous to start with a character that's pre-established. Even by 18 minutes, I feel like it's a bit disingenuous to start with a character. So, sorry, Peach. Actually, speaking of the devil, let's see here. Okay. So, actually, I'm going to put back on the music. Okay. We're going to put back on the music for right now. I got to re-roll the randomizer. Because I actually, of all the things I forgot to do today, it was re-roll the randomizer. By the way, as today, you are officially halfway through all bosses. Very nice. Good shit, Kingdom. Ugh. Funny enough, I don't know how true this really will be until we get there. I want to say that we're gonna have a pretty okay time. I want to say we're gonna have a pretty okay time with Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1, maybe, possibly. Demon Souls. Demon Souls might actually be easier than expected. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. Now, EldenRing is going to be the one of the lot that I am going to randomize, just because, like, I enjoy the randomization and everything, but I think this is probably going to be one of the easier ventures. Grand scheme of things. Pretty sure you unlocked the entire map by now. Very nice. Cool shit. Good stuff, Kingdom. Okay. Alright. Admittedly, as I was making the thumbnail for this, I was definitely made more than a little bit nervous. I was made more than a little bit nervous by even making the thumbnail on this one because, like, I think we can do this. I really do. I will say, we are probably not going to be doing DLC along with everything here. Depending on the pace of everything, I might save DLC for last. So that might very well be the case. But we'll get there. We'll get there, regardless. Night in Main's Mist. Halberd. Kind of tempted by that alone, just because. Kozashi, Bloodflame Blade. Yeah, yes and no. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna go with my heart of hearts on this one. I'm gonna say... It's a tough choice. You know what? No. We're gonna go simple. There we go. Iris of Grace, useless, trash, Fire Monk, Gold Hard Tender. I'm gonna go with this. There we go. Alright, that feels good. That feels good for the most part. Let's go for it. Let's not even worry about it. What ending am I going for? Any of them. Honestly, any of them. Genuinely, if I can get an ending, then we're winning. Yeah, no, honestly, if we're getting an ending, I'm winning. Like, honestly, that's about it. Anything that gets us to the ending sooner than later is a good day. I don't think I've actually gotten this before. Huh. Alright. Cool, Dragon Spear. Wonderful. Still surprised you haven't found the Mimic tier boss fight? Have you gone to Nokron before? Because Nokron is where you would get that boss fight. Like, after you beat Radon, that is pretty much where it happens. Awesome. Wonderful. Great start. Don't know the names? Ah, fair enough. Well, here's the thing. Radon is the big guy with swords. Massive dude with, like, massive, gigantic swords on him. And after you beat him, he opens up Nokron. Challenge failed? No, challenge is not failed. That's just the way the game starts. If we're doing a no-hit run, sure, yeah, alright. Oh yeah, Radon. Yeah, Radon. You were thinking the dude in the castle. Oh, baby, cash money. We'll love to see it. Old man in our pocket. And yes, I am going to use that old man immediately. That's 30k to my... 30k? Wait, I thought Radon was worth more than that. Still need to do Radon. Yeah, go and do Radon. Go and do Radon. Honestly, Radon's a really fun boss fight. Like, in all seriousness, Radon's really, really fun. Yeah. God, I'm not gonna lie. Even as I was making the thumbnail for today, I was like, am I really committing to this bit? The music has faded out, which tells me that the tree might have aggroed. Remember going there, but there was something blocking me or something. Probably a doorway, grand scheme of things. I mean, Radon, you can get to Radon pretty darn easily. Grand scheme of things, Radon is not out of reach by a long shot. He's pretty easy. You do want to go and do him sooner than later, though. More or less. Honestly, he's just a fun boss fight. He's just a fun boss fight. Alright. What is the item over here? It is purple. Trash. Okay, cool. I don't know, it's been a while. I mean, that's totally fair, Kingdom. Yeah. Totally. Okay. So what do I mean sooner than later? Almost honestly nothing. The words out of my mouth there were not really directing. Like, honestly, like, I know I said that, but like, more than anything, it's more like he's a much more fun boss fight when you actually play him on level. Probably now that you're gonna play him, he's gonna probably be a bit of a cakewalk, grand scheme of things. Like, Radon's a lot of fun, but if you're over-leveled, it's just... He's cake. He is literally a whole ass bitch. He's waiting to die like nobody's business, so... Alright, so we have 27k to our name, so we're gonna pretty much put it right into leveling up our health immediately. Yeah.
I bequeath. It will some torrent treat him with.
It's probably not faster to warp, but whatever. Okay, there we go. Oh, actually, that gives us more than enough incentive to go right over to Weeping Peninsula and get another massive level up. Ah, cool. Dragon. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Alright. Good chunk of health upgrade immediately off the bat. Definitely need some better armor. Some more golden seeds. I mean, that's kind of the general through line, like, every single time, but, you know. On a side note, you hate the Ice Dragon with a passion. Yeah, the Ice Dragon is absolute shit. It is a dog water boss fight. It is not at all. It's not even like the entirety of the boss fight. It's just its like mid-phase transition. It's the fact that it can stun lock you into infinity and beyond, and that sucks a lot.
Everyone who only to have did you know quite them.
All right, hurry up. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Rodrigo.
Can you take?
Did I get the Site of Grace here? I don't think I did. No. He landed next to you during a blizzard and just one-shotted you. I would fully believe it. He is an asshole. He is the worst. Yeah, honestly, like, Borealis is not a defendable dragon. I can defend a Dula. I can defend a Dula. A Dula is a pretty darn fun boss fight, but Borealis is the worst. Like, he is as deep the meme as one would suggest. He is the living embodiment of Aurora Borealis. That shit. And I do not like him. No, I do not.
Name's let me ask. Are you here? Does your despite takes me any intro? All I know now's the time.
It's another smithing 2. Blue Dancer Charm has relative value to it. Albanurk Staff, I'm going to go ahead and purchase that real quickly because it's kind of worth something. Blue Dancer Charm, sure, fuck it, why not? It's another charm. Everything else here is shit. Okay, cool. Thank you, Bernal. Bye! I might be a little bit less on top of chat than usual today, just because of the ground rules of what I've laid out. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Is that a tree? It is a tree. Okay. That's fine. Honestly, grand scheme of things, that's complete. Yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping to fucking lock onto, game. Thank you very much. Fucking hop up there, you stupid bitch. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Grab item. Thank you. Fuck's sake. Anyways, yeah, I might be a little bit less attached to chat than usual right now just because of the circumstance of what I've laid down. But we will definitely get through it either way. Is there a way to break those statues? No. No. The only thing that makes it possible for me in a randomizer to do that is the fact that it's a randomizer. Randomizer pretty much pre-planned it to make it so you can break them however. But unfortunately, Miyazaki and all of his like wonderful wisdom that he has, he did not give you another route to do that. So no, you have to do that naturally. Oh shit, nice. Honestly, I'd rather have the more defense right now. Like, yeah, sure, more damage is nice and everything. It's pretty annoying. Yeah, it is. It is incredibly annoying. It is very, very, very annoying. That is an icy ice bear. Which means today, I guess I don't get that item. That sounded like the bear being angry at me, and I was correct. Okay. Okay, never mind. I guess I don't get anything out of this camp. Cool. Awesome. Thank you, bear. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Nothing like a fucking rune bear to ruin your day. God damn it. I know I can't be surprised, but at the same time. Alright, beautiful. Lots of poise. Fucking shit. Alexander, stop talking to me. Thank you. Thank you, Alexander, for dying a nice and peaceful death. Die a little bit faster. Thank you for the cash money. Awesome. Okay. Okay. All right. There's a lot of base game changes that you kind of wish would happen in Elden Ring, but will just never happen. Smithy 2. Infinite poison arrows. You know what? Honestly, infinite poison arrows for that dirt cheap, that's really good. Not bad. Mass kind of reminds you of the Kingdom Hearts 1 shadow from only... No. You're definitely right about that. It definitely has that exact vibe to it, for sure. It also is reminiscent, and I think this is probably where it comes from. It definitely is reminiscent of the Dark Souls 3 little, like, slave knights or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called, actually. But it is reminiscent more so, I think, of that, which I think is probably where they're getting the idea from. But still. Alright, still need a somber 1. Still need a somber 1. Now that you say that. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Alright, real quickly loot this. Golden Land. Oh. Huh. I can tell you right now, the number of times that actually ends up being a painting at the end of the day is not very many, grand scheme of things. Okay, cool. Awesome. Dodged. Mushroom body. Is that better protection, actually? I wonder. Kind of, barely. Yeah, just, honestly, just barely. Better protection. Okay, sure, why not? Old Knight Istvan. Okay. Alright, hopefully Yura shows up sooner than later. Okay, wonderful. Oh, right, crouch poking. Alright, chug. Yo, Yura, you wanna fucking show up, brother? Thank you. Yura, I'm not gonna tell you that you should have chugged a little bit sooner, bud, but come on, what the fuck? Meaty backstab. Okay, cool. Are the paintings useful for anything? In a randomizer, less. But they basically can make it so you can find, like, secret items, is pretty much the point of them. There we go. Cool. Alright, get the fuck out of here, Yura. You are no longer needed. Another Somber 2. Maybe a Somber 1? Mm-hmm. You ever consider that game? I mean, you can get some decent items out of doing the paintings. It's just not really worth it by a long shot. It's really not. Okay, alright. Patches time! Time for patches. Let's make this work. I might honestly just stick with the serpent the entire time. It's a really damn good weapon, grand scheme of things. Awesome. Thank you very much, game. I appreciate that very much. That was awesome. Oh, very cool. Thank you, game. Nope. I don't feel much of a threat out of patches, grand scheme of things, but still, of everything that could possibly ruin my day, it would probably be too heavy of a proc battle or me being too sloppy. Those are probably, like, the two things that could fuck me up, like, drastically. So... never really looked at them too deeply. I mean, that's completely fair. Like, honestly, they're really... They're neat. They're neat concept-wise, but they're really not worth the effort of them. I definitely double-chugged there, but sure, whatever you want to say, game. I don't normally let him live, but... You know what? No. Nah, he doesn't get to live. Fuck him. I love you, Patches, but it's not gonna happen today. This is a randomizer, no death run, and unfortunately for you, buddy, my survivability depends on your death. The paintings are neat, but they're definitely not the end-all be-all of, like, interesting items. They're really not. Swirling crystal. Okay, cool. Interesting. Okay. Honestly, never really, Oh, my bad. Honestly, I really should take a look. Rate runes and most of your inventory does. I mean, there's a lot of... Honestly, if you're playing the game, like, normally, you don't need to worry about it that deeply, but there are a lot of really cool mechanics in the game. Like, there's a lot and a half of really cool stuff. But I typically don't bother with it on an average day basis, because it's not hard carrying. Spike Cestus is a hard carry, though. I will say that much. That might actually be worth the standard stones, I would say. It is a briar, okay. Or a bell-bearing hunter. A bell-bearing hunter is not terrible. Are they dex weapons? The Cestus? The Cestus is not directly. No. The Cestus is not directly that. The Cestus is... I would still recommend the Cestus in almost any case. Like, it's a damn good weapon. It is a really damn good weapon. Yo, what's up, Mythic? How you doing tonight, buddy? It's good seeing ya. Yeah, it's definitely been a minute, boss. It's definitely been a minute and a half. Let's do Talisman, which is actually useful. Okay, cool. Okay, I know it's a little inconvenient on the routing here. I'm gonna go run this way and get the site of grace that's over here, just so that way we have something that can carry us over to Weeping. We probably don't need it, per se, but it would be nice. EldenRing randomized. It is indeed an EldenRing randomized night, yes. Right now, not a terrible start, but we have a lot. We have a lot on our hands. We have a lot to come through. We have a lot to get through. Hopefully, we can get through most of it, but it's a little dependent right now. So, here's hoping the best. We'll definitely find out. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Bridgebird. Alright, you know what? Honestly, I don't normally do this, but I'm going to get the site of grace real quickly, just to get that bird de-aggroed. Awesome. Crit. Alright, there we go. Cool. Awesome. You've been doing good? I'm glad to hear it, Kim. I'm glad to hear it, Mythic. That's good news, man. I feel like too much has been going crazy right now, and honestly, like, it's funny, of all the things that I find to grind myself or ground myself, my bad. It's been good getting back into EldenRing. It really has been. Especially, like, we're essentially looking down the barrel of Night Rain at this point, and that really does excite me. A lot more than I thought it would initially. There goes Black Axe. Okay, cool. I'm really surprised that didn't aggro. Light pouring out of my pouring out of my head? I'm sorry, what? No, the bird. Oh, yeah. Gonna play the crap out of Night Rain. Yeah. No, honestly, yeah. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I just, honestly, like, I've still been on the fence, like, a good chunk of the time about it, but I think it's gonna be such a good time. That is cheap enough, and sure, why not? Those are cheap enough too. Sure, why not? One of these. We already have one of those. Okay, cool. There we go. Alright, that's enough to get our Spike Cestus up to +3. +4 is already available for it. However, you'll have to play solo, as none of your friends play Souls games. That's fair, Mythic. That's definitely fair. I personally look forward to playing it solo for the most part, but I also play a lot of the Soulsborne solo, so, you know, there's that. I typically prefer to play the game solo, off the bat, off rip. It just personally for me is like such a more enriching experience. But, you know. You don't think it'll be too bad? That's fair. No, honestly, yeah. Does the scaling depend on party size? That's a great question, and unfortunately, as far as things stand right now, I don't know what to tell you on that one. Anthony, thank you so much for joining the FC crew, bud. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a wonderful night, and Yeah, no, definitely welcome. What was that? Oh, whatever. It's fine. We don't need it. Let's see here. Alright, that's another Somber 2. I'm sorry, Smithy 2. That actually puts us closer to even having, frankly, like, Somber 2 weaponry is pretty damn good. But we might actually be better off using the Cestus at this point. Now that we have the upgrade material for it, and now that we're working with it, we could probably push that pretty damn far. Ooh, Black Flame Tornado. It's not quite worth it. You're actually playing EldenRing today. Very nice. Very nice, Max. Frying plate. Awesome. Killed DTS for the first, killed DTS first try. My bad. Jesus. Speaking is difficult, isn't it? Killed Dragon Tree Sentinel for the first time. On your first attempt. That's pretty good, man. Nice. Good shit. DTS is definitely a really fun boss when you can start getting down to... Well, it's not necessarily that it is a better boss when you can kill it first try. It's just a lot of fun when you can kill it first try. Frankly. Yeah, Dragon Tree Sentinel, yeah. Without doing the poison cheese. I don't particularly subscribe to poison cheese for DTS very much. But I do enjoy the petty shit. And I'm not gonna lie, doing poison route on DTS is... It's very petty, and I do like that a lot. I do personally enjoy that. So. You did in the beginning? Fair. There's a lot of bosses in this game, I think, that, like... I do enjoy cheesing them. But the one thing I think I really love about cheesing DTS is not doing the poison cheese. Poison cheese is, like, fun, but once you've mastered parry cheese on DTS, poison cheese on DTS is such a joy. It really is such a joy. It is such a good time. Bro was so out of your skill level for a while, so you brought him down to yours. Nice. Exactly how you have to play it sometimes. I'm going to start slowly increasing my faith, so if I have enough levels, I think I will probably pour whatever excess I have into faith. Most of the time I usually find in EldenRing it's best to have a multi-skilled pool. So if you can do one or the other, it's usually better to have both on hand. Especially considering how many buffs there are available in EldenRing. Faith is arguably the better choice between the two of them, but magic can still be damn useful. So you like ramming your head into the wall strategy? I mean, that honestly is pretty based and pretty fun. So. Alright, let's see if I can find myself a Somber 3, or I guess in this case we could upgrade our Cestus even more if we have it. Ooga Booga strats are always fun. Ooga Booga strats are always fun. Strength, you prefer strength? Yeah, no, honestly, again, like Ooga Booga, right? No, if there's one thing I enjoy the most out of all the Soulsborns, it's always Unga Bunga. Yeah. If you can't destroy a boss with just raw strength, it's not a fun time. Frankly. Let me live my raw male power fantasy of Unga the Bunga. Didn't even check that bell bearing. That's how confident I was in this guy. I was less confident after checking his inventory. Unfortunate. Gold Scarab. Gold Scarab! I don't see myself ever using Golden Slam because it is frankly not very good. But I will hold on to it. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Keep the Roses. That's actually pretty damn good. Sell that Scimitar. Okay, cool. Sell that. Almost there. I'm gonna sell this fingerprint helm. Keep that. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Cool. Alright. I know that was a lot of selling just to get there, but still. It's beautiful just to break their poise constantly over and over again. No, honestly, that's like legit one of my favorite parts every single time. Just breaking an enemy's poise over and over and over and over and over again. That's so much fun.
This way tarnished. May I have I am the I'd heard
Alright, Rena, please hurry the fuck up. Thank you. Uh-huh. There we go. Cool. Alright, there we go. Feeling... Oh! Oh, you know what? That's what we didn't do. That's what we didn't do while we were over here. Almost completely forgot. Have I ever watched any of the anime Abrogade series? No. No, I definitely have not. I definitely have not. There we go. Cool. Surely we have to be getting close. Was that enough? It was, in fact, enough. Cool. Alright. That'll be an extra 30k in our back pocket. Wonderful. Very nice. Sure, we could probably hold out for an even bigger rune, but the fact of the matter is 30k in our back pockets is, like, kind of hard to ignore. Alright, let's go back to LA. Let's go do this real quickly. Oh, right, yes, that needs to be upgraded elsewhere, of course. I see. That's our max right now. A little bit more endurance then in that case. One of their recent ones was solo leveling. Ugh. I give solo leveling a lot of shit. I'm not gonna lie. I probably don't need to give it as much as I do, but I do give solo leveling a lot of shit. It's not bad. Really? Is that so? Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. I give solo leveling a lot of shit, though. And I know I do. It's not fair that I do give it as much shit as I do, probably. Oh, that's bad. Of course, he does it right against a fucking rock formation and just makes my life significantly harder than it needs to be. There we go, cool, easy boss. Let's go down the hill real quickly and let's go collect whatever is being sold down the hill. Okay, cool. Bubble tier. I do give it a lot of shit, but I think the main reason I give it as much shit as I do is more so because I think seeing solo leveling and coming off of things like, oh my god, why am I historically famously bad at remembering things the minute I need to reference them? Let's see. What does he have? Infinite Shrimp. Infinite Shrimp is actually worth damn... Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll take that. Nice. A nice little pile of... Okay. All right. Well, you know what? That bell bearing's not terrible. There we go. Dealt with the graveyard over here. Let's go ahead and I guess head over this way. Tapas? What the fuck is tapas, actually? I'm sorry, Max. I am terribly like, I know tapas, the small plated Hispanic restaurant, which is just absolutely awesome food, but what am I fucking thinking of right now? Sword Art Online. There we go. And here's the thing. Say what you will about Sword Art Online. I honestly think for a long time Sword Art was really damn good. It was. It was honestly a really damn good time. Do I choose this over what I currently have? I kind of feel like technically it would be worth it, so you know what? I think I will be doing it. You love Sword Art? Nice. Sword Art is a weird thing. Like, I won't lie. Sword Art is a weird anime, I think, at this point, because people are so weirdly decisive about how they've... Jesus fucking Christ. Torrent! Buddy! Maybe you could fucking hold off on the crack rocks for today. You ever think about that? Maybe you could go and talk to your dealer, Walter, and just fucking say, maybe not today, buddy. Did you ever think about that, Torrent? And before you say, no, it's definitely on me. No, that was not on me, all right? That was Torrent entirely there. Jesus. It's going to be on for way too long, in your opinion? I mean, that's like a guaranteed fact. Yeah. Sword Art is not the best. Sword Art is definitely not the best. But I do have a lot of respect for Sword Art for the most part, at least. Because it kind of... I don't know if it kick-started the whole, like, isekai series as a model. But I would say it has, like, a pretty prominent role in what made the isekais what they are. I would say at least to some extent, right? Hey, Night Slash. Knight, I have more crazy news for you. Yeah, remember I told you the other day about the brown bow chest that I had found? Guess what happened to me today? Isekai existed before that, but it definitely helped out a lot. I mean, yeah, that's exactly why I said it the way that I did, I guess. It's just that it struck me as something that, like, it would probably be too much to say, like, it was the only thing that caused it to happen. But I would definitely say, like, again, I think it played a pretty prominent role. Glitch chest? No, actually, funny enough, I found a normal rainbow chest, a full-on rainbow chest, in a normal playthrough as well. I was going through the Church of the Abbey, and I just so happened to find one. Also, within the same bout as that, I was able to get Sir Junkin, and also a gold junk. I was able to get Sir Junkin and gold junk on the same playthrough. I've yet to find Baby Mimic, but I really would not be surprised if we found Baby Mimic as well. What game am I talking about? Enter the Gungeon, which has been a recurring nightmare of an addiction for a while, and God, it's so good. If that's not an instant win, I don't know what is. Well, what if I told you I found the makeshift cannon, along with Scattershot, along with the whiskey bottle, in the same playthrough? And also, apparently I found an item that increases the max capacity for ammo. So not only is the makeshift cannon decimating enemies, but I have 2 shots at any given time right now. So yeah, kind of strong, Like, honestly, I'm really damn happy about it. It's so much fun. What the fuck, when you play, you get shit RNG. Here's the thing. I play so much Gungeon that I'm kind of owed this level of RNG at some point or another. Like, I'm not saying you aren't either, Night Slash. I'm just saying, like, I did get this through RNG. And playing, like, way too damn much. So, yeah, no, I've gotten luckier than I really ever should have. That is kind of worth energy. Poison clumps that are infinite for 300 apiece. Good thing, bad thing, Gungeon RNG can be overwritten with skill. No, honestly, that's the thing, right? You are on a very black horse, MB. Hey there, Leo. Welcome to the chat. And I'm sorry, what? I don't think I get what you're getting at. Torrent looks pretty normal to me. Go, okay. Ganondorf. Love that I accidentally said that with the same cadence as the melee announcer says it. Fucking Ganondorf. I should play some Melee sometime soon again. I should. I think I've been away from Smash Brothers for quite some time. I really have been. I would like to play it again. I really would. I think one of my favorite overall games has always been Smash Bros. Also known as the Falcon copy. I mean, it is the Falcon copy, but also it's the difference between, like, a twink and a daddy. And personally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I vibe very heavily with daddy. Alright? Like, twink is like... I'm sorry, twink. Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon, I'm sure, is, like, a lot of fun. But honestly, like, nothing quite gets me off like a massive thud from Daddy's boots. Wow. Phrasing. I really do enjoy playing as Ganondorf, though. I am a Ganon DK main primarily, and I love both of them dearly. But I do think I get, like, a lot of enjoyment out of playing... Jesus Christ, come on, get the jump. Get the jump. Get the jump. But Falcon is the Lord of Hype. I personally do not care. I personally do not care. I don't get the hype behind such a character. What is going on here? What? Okay, that's odd. I've done that jump like 1,001 times. I don't know why I'm not getting it today, but okay. I was gonna hit something with really big... I'm sorry. You just want to hit something... Oh, Jesus Christ. Hard to fucking read chat and also deal with getting poked in the asshole at the same time. Fun fact. Just want to hit something with something really big. No, honestly. That's exactly it. Okay, Night Maiden's missed. Awesome. But it is genuinely so much fun being able to play as those big big Unga Bunga, right? That's exactly it. It's big Unga Bunga, 110% of the way. Or like so using the C-stick a little too much. Giant ass sword. Okay, to be fair, Night Slash, actually, I do not play with C-stick. I am not a C-stick warrior. All things considered, I am not that guy. I usually use, like, the aerials. Because people often forget this about both Ganon and DK, but Ganon and DK have some nasty fucking aerials. Genuinely some of the best. Like, honestly, have you seen Ganon's soccer kicks? Ganon's soccer kicks are insane. They are nutty. I love Ganon's soccer kicks. Which, yeah, I know that Ganon's soccer kicks are the same as Twink Boy soccer kicks. But Ganon's soccer kicks make you go, daddy. Whereas when Twink Boy does it, it's like, okay, yeah, sure, yep, yeah, he did it. That's standard Twink Boy activities. Actually, one of my favorite things to do with Ganon is doing a little 5-piece combo where I usually take somebody, throw them on the ground, and then immediately Lance. Immediately after tossing their ass into the ground, I will swap it into soccer kick, and then typically I'll either follow it up with side B or I'll follow it up with up B, in most cases. DK forward aerial and Ganondorf's down aerial are nasty. Ganondorf's down aerial can be pretty nasty, but it's not the most disgusting thing in the world. DK, if you get hit with the DK Slamma-Jamma, the DK Slamma-Jamma, I think, is primarily why I got so obsessed with doing things like the Slamma-Jamma, in all seriousness. Stuff up, not really paying attention, and suddenly you hear, daddy. Well, yeah, that's completely fair. That's exactly what came out of my mouth, so, yeah. Alright, let's go to Caelid real quickly. And you know what? Today, I am gonna kill the dragon. The extra cash money would definitely be a pretty massive payoff, grand scheme of things. Oh, tree. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with tree. I feel comfortable enough with myself to deal with that. Do we have any death root? We do not. Okay, cool. Find it weird that this is one of the few areas in the game where they allow you to use torrent writing out of a location. Like, I don't mind it terribly, terribly much. It does just feel weird, though. Golden Seed. Nah, I'm just gonna do the bridge. It's Lanciax. Okay. Alright, we're fine. We're okay. We're fine. Lanciax, I don't think, starts off with Tail Whip in any capacity. Yeah, he always buffs first. We're okay. There we go. So, I think I briefly touched on it a little bit earlier, but I did have a character pre-established before this, and I pretty much was like, you know what, let's go ahead and just start a new character at this point. Mainly because it feels a little disingenuous to start a new character, or rather to start with a pre-existing one, as we're beginning this month of Mayness. Well, I mean, obviously, we'll see how it goes. Okay, alright, 2 easy bosses. That's cool. 2 easy trees is definitely worth our time. I would say once we have this a little bit more leveled up, then we could definitely come back here and deal with both trees. But for the time being, at least, this is okay. I don't suppose I have any bleed weapons, do I? Actually, never mind. We have a perfect bleed weapon. Do I have any grease? I have some grease. Not everything that I need, though. Side of Grace. You know what? Let's go and do this right now. Why not? What's over here? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I feel comfortable with that. Yeah, this is fine. Alright, some bones. What's over here? Is that a flagpole? Alright, flagpole bearer is not a problem. Cool. The reason we're even taking these enemies out right now is because they are incredibly meaty, sure, but if we take them out right now, then we don't have to worry about them, and they also take out a large majority of the health of the boss. Because they're essentially what defends a dragon normally right now. Throwing dagger. There we go. Cool. So we can kind of take advantage of that fact and abuse these enemies real quickly and get away with it. It's free money, right? It is free money. Let's put on some freezing grease for that bar. I am waiting for that rat to leave what would probably be aggro. Alright, there we go. Cool. We're fine. Cool, and done. Alright, awesome. That's a pretty good amount of health, right? You know what? No, we're fine. I don't think we need to use that right here, right now. Probably not. We have some really good talismans. Grand scheme of things, not a bad selection. There we go. And that is a dead boss. Beautiful. Alright, cool. Alright. Plenty of cash money in our back pocket. Awesome. Love to see it. Okay, cool. Arsenal Charm... Arsenal Charm is probably, like, the best thing that we just got there right now, but honestly, still pretty good. Are we meaty enough right now? We could probably be meatier than this at the moment. I am trying to consider how much I'm spending because I want to save cash for other objectives. I want to save cash for things that are more important, like leveling weapons, definitely very important. Now, you might have noticed by now, that the total level up system for our weaponry is actually cheaper than usual. You might have noticed this. That is because for smithy weapons to make things a little bit more streamlined on EldenRing, we have made it so that for EldenRing specifically, any weapons that are smithy do not require the standard amount of stones. We can pretty much just do 1, 2, 3 for each tier. So, it's a little bit cheaper, grand scheme of things, but it also kind of helps expedite the process a little bit. Now, if we were doing this like with a little bit more timeline in mind, it's not that deep, obviously, at that point, but because I have a month, right now, as it stands, less than a month, to get through all of the Soulsborns, we have something to kind of make things a little bit easier, right? Was that the bad fall? Okay, cool. It was not. Awesome. Is there... Actually, I just realized there's no mausoleums over here, are there? Kayla doesn't have any mausoleums. Real quickly, back over to extra defense. There we go. Cool. We've definitely been playing a lot of EldenRing here recently, but honestly, like, I guess in a good general sense, it's been more so about getting back into the swing of things, back into EldenRing. Right. Fucking warped. God damn it.
Forgive me.
Should have remembered that.
To determine if you had... It seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering.
We've been playing a lot more of it, though, because I do want to kind of get myself in ready for Night Rain. We are going to probably be streaming Night Rain more or less when it comes out, but it's not going to be probably immediate coverage. It's going to be pretty close to immediate coverage, though. So. There we go. D. Okay, he does not count that as having talked to what's-his-face. Alright, how about it? Flame grant me... Blood Flame would be useful. Blood Flame would be pretty useful. That is unfortunately very expensive, but sure, whatever. Flame Protect Me could be useful, but I don't really care that deeply to have it. Poison Armament, again, could be useful. But that's... Poison Armament is not that deep of a purchase, I would say. I don't think we've gotten our +3 Somber, have we? I don't think so. It has not happened yet. Heh, 8k for that. Fuck that. No, definitely not. That's actually insanely good. Crafting kit, yes. What do we have in shop? Morgoth's Curse Sword could be useful, but I'm not gonna do that right now. That is a lot to dedicate time to. Rot Grease, yes, purchase that, especially that dirt cheap. Nagakiba, eh. Alright, we have plenty in those categories. Poison Mist. Cerulean Hidden Tear is arguably a lot of value, but not currently. Let's buy a handful of shrimp just because we can. Why not? Okay, that's probably pretty good for now. Alright, let's take the rest of this, turn it into level ups, and so on and so forth. Upgrade our fisticuffs real quickly here. We did get those spiked cestus, and those will probably hard carry for at least a little bit. Alright, there we go. +7 spiked cestus, gorgeous. Any good Ashes of War to put on that? Not really. Yeah, no, not really. Okay, alright. Still, +7, not bad. Early game. Plenty on our hands right now, as is. Oh, shit. Nice. +3 flask. 35. How many do we have? That's a lot of level ups. That's a lot of level ups right now. Alright, let's do that. And let's go ahead and... 1 point there. I would say the rest into strength, probably at this point. Probably. There we go. Alright, that's fine. Strength Knot, yes, please, thank you. And converts damage received into HP into mixed physique. Or boost physique. Or, poise. Yeah, probably the poise boost. Poise boost seems worth it. I don't think I have any massive pools of money right now, and next level up will be at roughly about 10k. Okay. I do have supplies to make more rot grease. Which, you know what, honestly, rot grease is so damn good. Yes, I think that's entirely worth our time. I don't remember getting the graveyard over here. So... Actually, no. I think we did get that already. I think we did get that. That is a... frankly, a dangerous-ass boss to be dealing with. Do I have anything that would improve fighting it? I guess I could go with poison... You know what, why don't we do the poison rot combo? Or, I'm sorry, poison rot combo. Why don't we do the bleed and, bleed and rot combo probably is the way of going about it, yeah? This is risky as shit, probably, but I would say right now as it stands, we're probably okay to do this. Probably. Yep. We are completely fine to do so. There we go, transfer of money. Okay, cool. And a free death root while we're at it. Very nice. I'm sorry, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that attack ever. Okay. That was definitely different. I swear I learned something new about this game every single day. And I'm not exactly happy to do most of the learning that's involved with this game. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world that I've dealt with so far, because at least luckily it was not a Black Knife Assassin. The Black Knife Assassins are probably the scariest thing that you can actively encounter out in the open world. In all seriousness. Alright, there we go. There's the summon. I know this is probably a little bit wasteful, but because I have the recipe for it, I feel more comfortable with it than usual. I'm a little scared that it's Okina. Alright, he's being nice enough. Could you maybe fucking trade, you asshole? He is being a little fucking loser right now, and I do not care for it. Okina, buddy, you're being cringe. Dude, what the fuck is it with the NPCs on a randomizer? The NPCs, I swear, every single time, they just get, like, super jumpy all over the place. And it's so stupidly annoying. It really genuinely is. Alright. Cool, awesome. Actually... Actually, Okina might have just cleared us for getting up to a... shit, like, maybe up to a plus 11? Just like that? Which, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, that actually is kind of a benefit to us. So, sure. Fuck it. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, alright, plus 8. Still a lot. Still a lot, right? But... God damn it. Okay, alright. Spells. Blood Flame requires 12 Faith, 10 Arcane. You know what? Let's throw it on there, because if we can hit that cap, that will be worth our time, right? That will actually be worth our time by a lot. Actually, you know what? Let's try and hit it sooner than later. Why not? Because if we can get that going sooner than later, we're cooking. We are cooking so hard. That's still short. Okay, fair enough. Okay, alright. I don't really care to do these boss fights, but sure, let's go do a baby boss fight real quick. Why not? Alright, what's it gonna be? What's our nighttime? If it's a death rain, we're not... Well, we might fight it. You know what? Yeah, sure, why not? Holy Grease. Holy grease on these bad boys. We could probably kick this out pretty easily. Where'd he go? You asshole. Okay, and 1, 2. Time to go to bed. Alright, there's the cash. Awesome. I mean, it wasn't worth it, but that's still money in our pockets, so sure. Grand scheme of things, sure. Is there anything I've missed in terms of looting? What's with the enemies glowing from their heads? Don't think you've ever seen that. That's standard. That's something that normally happens. Kingdom. If you crit a boss, the boss will glow from their noggin. Yeah. Hmm. Well, yeah. No, honestly, I guarantee you, like, that is just a normal thing that the bosses do in this game. Like, not every boss has, like, the best glowing effect on their noggin, but most of them do. Oh. 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 Shit. Right. Yeah, I forgot to come back here, huh? Okay. Alright, there's up to plus 12. Took that bell bearing. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's a completely normal effect, though. We don't have the capacity just yet to use a seal, but I am kind of glad that of all the seals that we could find, it was one that literally has no weight to it. That's actually such a big advantage. Weird. I'm probably being blind then. Nah, honestly, Kingdom, it's not one that like you easily keep track of, because like it's not the like, honestly, the way I put it is watching somebody else playing the game versus yourself doing it. Oh my god, fuck's sake, what the fuck, game? Maybe chug the fluid, you asshole. Right, any chance I could steal that before going? Awesome, cool. Or maybe it's because of your graphic settings. It could be, maybe. But I would also attribute it, again, to when you're watching somebody else play the game versus yourself playing the game, you're going to pick up on way more. Like, guaranteed. It's very often why you see, like, streamer, you miss that kind of energy coming out of people. I mean, like, typically speaking, that is definitely the case. Alright, who's it gonna be? Oh, okay. That's not terrible. That's actually really not terrible. Oh, we're just blocking to block, huh? Okay, sure, whatever you fucking say, Clean Rut Knight. Awesome. Thank you, Clean Rut Knight. You're very cool. You're a very cool boss. Awesome. I love getting fucking comboed. Very fun. Why is this the enemy that's fucking giving me troubles? It's mostly because they keep fucking blocking shit. And if it weren't for that fact, we would just be fine. We would just be so fine right now. I don't happen to have it up. I do. Alright, well, it's probably a bit of a waste, but whatever. Smithy 3s. Okay, cool, there we go. Those Smithy 3s will carry us on into our next upgrade tier. It was entirely a bit of a waste. I probably could have made it and gotten away with getting over to the side of Grace real quickly, but I personally just figured, fuck it, whatever. Don't test the theory. More upgrades, wonderful. And still a bit of cash money off from that. That's okay. We're not going to go to Fort Fareth just yet, because Fort Fareth can be a little bit of a risk. Is it Fort Fareth or, I'm sorry, Fort Jail. There we go. I don't really want to test out Fort Jail just yet. Oh, shit, nice. Beast Champion armor? Hell yeah. That's actually, like, really damn good. Why am I... fuck that meatball. I don't know why I'm wasting my time on meatballs like that, but... it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Alright, Side of Grace first. Can I wear that already, actually? I can! Oh! Okay, alright. I mean, it's probably because I'm using the fisticuffs right now, but still, that is more incentive to use fisticuffs at the moment. Alright, nothing terribly dangerous here. Okay, yeah, nothing terribly dangerous here. Is everything cool? Awesome. Alright, let's go get the Fort Jail Grace, and then we're going to move right along. Head right on down to the beach side, go collect a couple items that are down there. And then I guess at that point we can start backtracking and, honestly, hopefully, just start knocking out bosses. I do want to go get the Side of Grace that's over by Radahn's palace. I do want to go get that Side of Grace just because, grand scheme of things, if we could do that... Oh my god, what the fuck, game? If we could do that instead, we don't have to do Raya Lucaria. And not doing Raya Lucaria is arguably so much safer, grand scheme of things. That is a bird. I would much rather run through rot than deal with another bird. Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, useless item. Wonderful. Oof. Okay.
Welcome. Please, I'm hungry.
Expensive-ass golden seed is not really worth it. Okay. If we end up having enough cash to actually pay for that, then cool, great. But in the meantime, at least, it's just such a secondary non-plus item to us. It's just not worth it for the trade of runes, especially considering early game runes are just too damn valuable. we would definitely be at a deficit in buying a 5k or an 8k golden seed, just so we could get a little bit of extra healing. If we're struggling that badly for golden seeds, then we're not, like, it's not the game that's hard at that point. It's us being bad at that point. So okay. Let's go get the Site of Grace real quickly, and then we can turn around and go and collect a couple of items that are on our butt. Do I have enough to level up real quickly? Probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Alright, I want to level up real quickly, just so that way, if I toss some money out the window, it's not that deep. 11k, 11th, I'm sorry, 11,1379. Okay. That might just barely get us there. No. Right, there we go. That's enough to level up. That way we can warp if we need to, but we're not losing out on anything if we do such a thing. So, all right, there we go. That's Bloodflame online. And now, at this point, we don't need to worry about blood grease or anything like that. We can just use Bloodflame. Which, honestly, pretty damn good. A really damn good item. So, we're definitely benefiting. Art, Battle Mage Robe. Okay, cool. Alright, who is our boss fight in this arena? It is a tree. Okay. You know what? I'm feeling confident enough. Let's go ahead and do this real quickly. Why not? Got him. Crit. Big meaty hit. Big meaty hit. Got my ass. Got him. Okay. Did not connect. Very cool. Awesome. Ah! Okay. Alright. Not a bad item to get. That might actually come in clutch a little bit later on. Grand scheme of things. Not going to turn that money around and level up immediately. Mainly because while it would be useful to level up sooner than later in most capacities, I don't think it's terribly useful to level up, like, just because. Ooh. Somberstone Bell Bearing, it's expensive, but honestly not a bad get. I'll get the Bell Bearing for now just because, but otherwise let's hold on to that, and we can turn it back around when it matters a little bit more. Grand scheme of things. All right, ignore the Knight Rider. We're just gonna move along with our lives. I'm gonna get the Site of Grace up here. But we're gonna go and prioritize getting the Red Mane Castle Site of Grace instead. And once we have that, we can probably go deal with our first boss. Well, first major boss at least. Go, another rune arc. What do we have in the dragon? Not a lot of amazing shit. Okay. That's fine. Nevertheless, we have the grace right here, so we can come back here whenever we want. As we kill more dragons, we can actually get more spells. And also, frankly, just a shit ton more money. So, it'll probably all pay off. Grand scheme of things. We could probably deal with the Knight Rider here, but I would prefer to avoid that for the time being. That... Okay, alright, never mind. That item does not get to get looted. Unfortunate. Sad. I am missing out on Aeonian butterflies at the moment. Alright, so if we find any butterflies in the wild, I do probably want to loot them, if I can help it. Smithy 1. It's weird enough, I think, but Torrent kind of suffers from the same exact issue that Mario 64 suffers from, which is that the turn radius for the horse is not quite... It's just not very good. I'm gonna wait for a couple more of these to die real quickly. Why not? The turn radius is just not very good at all. Actually, you know what I could do while this is happening? There is a scarab that spawns right up here. Let's go deal with this real quickly. Why not? It's not terribly important to let these things die, but it is free cash money. And also a free Somber 5 that I would have otherwise ignored. Alright, a couple more deaths real quickly. Alright, let's go level up a couple more times, and then we will be ready for our first Margit. I think we're fine already at this point. Grand scheme of things, we have really good armor, really good weapon. Only thing I think that our Spike Cessus probably is lacking right now is fucking Cragblade, I guess. But we don't need Cragblade to make it work. We could probably get away with it otherwise, I would argue, but... Okay, so now we're already up to Smithy 5s, plus 12 Cestus. We're looking good on that front. Awesome possum. And I don't suppose we have a lot of extra cash on us. No, we do not. Okay. Okay, you know what? I think that's fine. I think that's fine for the time being. We will want to go do Fort Faroth at some point or another. In order to just get house cleared up and make some further progress. If we can use Altus Plateau lift, that would be better. Grand scheme of things. Okay. Thank you, sir, for not hitting me. I really don't know how you didn't hit me, but yeah, sure, whatever. We'll take it. Little things do count for something. Okay. I think we're pretty much ready. Let's just go for it. Send it. Why not? Alright, fisticuffs galore. Awesome possum. Let's go. Ah, you know what? Unfortunately, I think I might have actually made Mimic harder than usual. Yeah, actually, unfortunately, I think I might have made them hard. Weirdly enough, I think I remember last time Mimic being the boss fight. Okay, well, could have gotten better. Ironically enough, though, that really probably was one of the few boss fights that we could have probably just done whatever with, and we would have more or less been fine. Yeah, I think we actually have been just fine regardless of whatever we chose to do there. So cool. Very cool. Two-piece of beast armor, which is really nice. Need some better gloves if we can help it. Have probably one of the better hoods in the game. But okay, cool. There we go. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. I think for a little bit, we're just going to do leveling of Vigor, and we can start making other choices a little bit later on. Always do main gate if you're doing randomizer. Doesn't matter what playthrough you're on. Always do always do main gate first. Just to open it up. Even if you feel like doing traditional, just open it up just for the sake of sanity. It is a guaranteed fact. It will always make your life better. And yeah, that's pretty much the through line. Alright, there we go. Cool. Ooh! Antspur. Oh, baby, Antspur. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Mimic's Veil is actually not that bad of an item to get. It's not the most useful thing on paper, but we could, in theory, treat that the same way that we've treated stealth before. And it does have its value. Alright, we have Burger King over there. Cool. You know, honestly, grand scheme of things, I'm not very, like, attracted to Burger King. Burger King is not a very... Like, it's not the worst, I think, but I'm definitely not, like, a big Burger King guy. I'm really not. I think if I have to narrow down, like, the fast food joints that I think I prefer the most, I think I'm a Wendy's guy. At least in terms of, like, the burgers. Now, if you're talking, like, anything else on the menu, probably Macca's, just purely because of the nuggies, but mainly because the nuggies have the buffalo sauce. If McDonald's did not have the buffalo sauce that they have, I would not fuck at all with McDonald's. I really would not. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe... Okay, well, I fucked that all. I fucked that up already. Whatever. It's fine. It's not that deep. Let's just go. Alright, there's all of our armor already doing us tricks. Very cool. Let's collect the one item and then move along with our day. I think as it stands right now, we don't need a lot. Grab item. Thank you. A lightning slash. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing to get. Alright, sit down real quickly. And then let's double back for the one item, but I don't think I'm going to go back for all the items. There's a lot of items over there, but I'm not concerned. I'm really not. Not right now. Ooh, almost fell. That would have been dumb. Okay. Not a terrible situation. You know what? Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna pop the crab real quickly here, just because I can. Did we get the spawn in? Yeah, okay, alright, I guess we got the spawn in. What the fuck? What the fuck? What was that? Okay, alright, well I guess it's dead already. Kill this thing real quickly. Cool. And how about it? Anything important up there? Nah, not important enough. It's funny, I kind of realize now at this point, I think, that there's a lot of routing that I typically choose. At least way more often as a whole. And, like, it's not necessarily problematic that I choose this routing. It's just kind of interesting seeing these same patterns popping up every single time at this point. Cool, thank you very much. I fucking hate the Red Wolf so much. I mean, I know I should have seen this coming. Awesome. Thank you so much, game. I really love the fact that you would spawn in not only a Red Wolf, but also a standard Dire Wolf, just to fuck with me. Hey there, Sarah Rose. Hope you're doing well tonight. How's the randomizer going? Well enough. Well enough. You know, trying to live. Trying to have the best time I can. Star says hi as well. Nice. Awesome. Well, I hope you've been having a wonderful night, and I hope you've been having, just generally the best time ever. Star says hi as well. Well, definitely tell Star I say hi. Go, glove wart. Okay, cool. Hey. Okay, well you could also just show up and say hi, Star. That's fair too. Oh, yeah, that decimated her. Holy shit. Been playing Hearthstone? Nice. Cool. I am not terribly familiar with Hearthstone, honestly. I'm not a big card game fan. Not particularly, at least. Like, I don't think it's a bad game at all. I just honestly It's one of those few ones that just never quite clicked with me. You know what? Health. 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 Yeah. Alright, I feel pretty good. I think we're pretty damn satisfied right now. I think we have most of what we need. Let's go ahead and make this work. Yahoo, yippee. That is a worm. Macaw. And Makar has no audio. Very cool. And Makar decides to be a dickhead as per usual. Okay, very fucking cool, Makar. Man, I really love it when a boss spams way too much fucking lava all over the arena. More of a masochistic Souls player, huh? Yeah, yep, you got me. Really? We're fucking running all over the arena, fucking spewing our dumb lava chunks all over the place? Ah, shitty boss. The worst part is like, this is not uncommon for this boss. Any chance for staggers? Any chance for staggers? Thank you. Alright, cool. Alright, there we go! Awesome! And big cash money. That's one big boy. It is definitely a very big boy, for sure.
And one day, we'll return together to our home.
You're just over here punching a dragon? No, honestly. And I'm annoyed. And I'm annoyed that that dragon's not dying nearly as easily as it should be. Frankly, pretty infuriating. Oh, wait, my bad. I don't normally talk. You know what? I'll let him live today. I'll let him live today as a sign of good faith that the seed that we have at the moment is a really good seed. I don't normally let him live, but you know what? I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling romantical. Oh god, what a fucking scene from a movie. Good Karma is a nice man. Glad you're letting him live today. I will say he's not a good man. He's not. Earlier on in this level, if you play the game canon, he locks your ass in a room with one of, like, the very first scary, terrifying enemies of the game. And he giggles with glee as he leaves your ass in there to get fucking decimated. Because he's trying to rob your corpse, pretty much. So he's not a very good man. Hey, let's hope he's a dopper. It's not going to work out between you two. I have standards. I do have standards. Oh, no way. Yeah, that's not very nice. Exactly, it's not very nice. Yo, my dude is... Chat. He's a fun guy. I'm gonna let him live today just because he showed up dripping. He showed up dripping on the spot. How do you leave? I guess technically closing the stream down. I guess closing the stream down, technically speaking, but... Yeah, so me and all my masochistic urges I decided that I would be doing all of the Soulsborns at least. I did leave Sekiro out of it because, one, I am not terribly familiar with Sekiro, and two, frankly, I don't know. Like, Sekiro is not a Soulsborne at the end of the day. I think it's a really good game, but it's not a Soulsborne. Which, unfortunately, for a lot of Souls streamers, I think, has become a difficult ground of contention. I would say, at least. Right, plenty of money. Let's grab that. Do we need that right now? I don't know, actually. That's kind of useful to have. Grand scheme of things. Critical damage from critical hits. I'm sorry, critical damage from critical hits. Reduces damage critical hits. That guy's outfit is low-key really cute. Do you mean the guy that we just got done... Oh my god, what the fuck? do you mean the guy we just got done talking to, or do you mean... They tried to fucking ambush my ass? Cool. If you mean the guy that we just got done talking to, yeah, no, honestly, their outfit is adorable. Yeah, no, honestly, they look like they have the biggest honk shoe mimimis possible, and I do love that fact. I do genuinely love their aesthetic of sleepy time. We should make that a more normalized aesthetic, honestly. Grand scheme of things. Let people be more ready for bed, you know? Normalize sleeping. I think, honestly, like, there's not enough, like, enjoyment of sleep properly. I genuinely don't think there's enough of it. Love the way I described his PJs. Yes, very good PJs. Very, very nice. Very honk, super shoes, very mimimis. I agree, we all need to make it more of a ritual. No, honestly, in all seriousness, yes. Genuinely. Like, sleep is not given the due credit that it deserves, frankly. Which is unfortunate, because it starts at such a base level, right? Because I'm sure all of us could probably talk about the fact that we all probably woke up at, like 6 in the morning, or 7 in the morning, 5 in the morning, some shit like that, pretty much, for school. And it's like, I'm sorry, I'm in middle school, or I'm in elementary school. Why am I waking up this early just to go learn? Did I ask to be woken up this early to learn? No? Weird. Must have forgotten that part. I genuinely think, like, it should be a much more important part, because I think it would be such a benefit to mental health across the board for most people, but, well, awesome. Thank you very much, Mr. Bugman. I was really hoping you'd fuck my day up. Now you can die. A very painful death. So you got a rune bear over there with one of the fucking frenzy boys. That's a very concerning combination. I might need to step away for just a minute here, chat, in all seriousness. I will be right back. I'm gonna real quickly get our asses on over to the next side of grace that we need to be at, but, ooh. I would rather trigger the lobster ball. No... I'm sorry, lobster ball. I would rather trigger the hentai ball. My bad. I couldn't believe I made such a mistake. See, this is exactly the problem. You need sleep. You need sleep. Otherwise, you confuse hentai and lobster every single day of the week. It's a really bad thing to confuse. Okay. Nothing terribly useful there. That's fine. That's okay. I have been enjoying the fact that we've been able to actually level up our smithy weapons a little bit more. It's like surprisingly enjoyable when you can actually use your weapons that are available. All right. Oh, we never got the Great Rune, did we? We never got the Great Rune. Okay. Let's head over here. I'm gonna real quickly sit down and I will be right back. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get this. Let's get this shit. Oh, I have weapons. Thought punching was my class. No. In this case, yeah, there is a weapon in this game for punching. A lot of weapons, actually, for this game that are punching focused. Ironically enough, punching itself is absolutely dog water in this game. But they, for some reason, said, hey, all the punching weapons are amazing. Star says, welcome back. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, punching weapons in this game are, surprisingly, like, insanely good. Punching weapons are, like, a hard carry. Grand scheme of things. I hear that gremlin behind me. There we go. Got his ass. Never seen anybody play with him before. They're, like... In all seriousness, Sarah, they are probably... This might be a little too much to say, but they're probably one of the best categories of weapons in the game because of how the poise system works. If it weren't for the poise system in this game, they probably wouldn't be the best. But because of that fact that, like, poise is so, like, deadly in this game, it makes them so stupidly good. Like, holy shit good, honestly. Yeah, poise really hard carries in this game. Star, have you run the cat calculator today? How cat are you catting today? Up. And how's cat? How cat is... Oh, Star's pretty cat today. All right, 80% cat, Star. Nice, good shit. Good stuff. Cats out here scratching the scratchy post, fucking with their owners, jumping around all over the place and making them go, what the fuck? What is my cat up to? Oh my goodness. Star's on top of her catness today. I am really happy that I changed the ruling for the key items. It's like, it's nice being able to dick around, but honestly, like, on randomizer, specifically no death, I've done it without any key item, like, locations on lock before, and it is brutal. It is so painful having to do that, but I'm really glad that I don't do that anymore. Genuinely, like, so glad. I forgot to get a Site of Grace out in the wild over here. Sucks, but it's okay. It's fine. Alright, there we go. Activated. And there's a bunch of stats for us. Very nice. I still find it incredibly fucking stupid that they made it so the great runes, like the rune arcs, whenever you pop them, they don't apply to items. What the fuck? Isn't there supposed to be an item right out here? Did I already make this run? Duh. Yes, of course I did. That was satisfying. Popping the great runes is pretty satisfying, but it's unfortunate that they made great runes. Like, of the Soulsborns that they've done, this is probably one of the worst overall, like, methodologies that they've put down for it. It's a pain in the ass. It is a massive pain in the ass. And that's a bit hyperbolic, grand scheme of things, that it's not that bad, but more than anything, I would say it's just annoying because of how it functions. Grab map, thank you. You have to use your great rune, get a rune arc, and the thing is you can have a like, what is it, a 5% increase your total health if you just pop a rune arc anywhere. So you get that anywhere. But if you ever want to swap your Great Rune in any capacity, like from what I just got done doing, swapping in that Godric's Great Rune, anything of that variety, you have to reuse, or rather, you have to use a brand new rune arc just to make that happen, which is kind of stupid. It's kind of a stupid system, because, like, the game, if you die, you lose your rune arc. You don't keep your rune arc through death. So, it's not like, hey, here's one cost, but if you want to use a new one, you have to make this happen. No, nothing like that. Nothing like that happens at all. Also, I'm stupid, apparently. like, I don't know, like, I get wanting to make rune arcs more expensive and make rune arcs more like, hey, you have to make this happen if you want to make this happen. But the way they went about it just feels very, I don't know, cheap. Is that Borealis? It might just be Borealis. Sounds convoluted, or just because you never played the game before? No. It is, in fact, convoluted. It is, in fact, convoluted. Alright, fucking Borealis immediately starts off with shitty attacks. Of course. Please don't land on that rock. I literally asked you to not land on that rock. Thank you very much for doing it anyways. Oh, really? We're doing this already? Fuck ass. No staggers yet. That's okay. I'm actually really surprised that hit me, but okay. Fair enough. Should have probably seen that coming. Staggerino. Reapply grease. Punch those toesy woesies in. Alright, there's probably the cash money. Cool. Just because you never played the game. No, honestly, like, it is unfortunately convoluted. I'm sorry, I think I already answered that question. It's way more convoluted than it needs to be. His toesies are so cute. He is a cool dragon. Yeah. No, honestly, of the dragons in the game, Borealis there is probably one of the worst ones to deal with. Mainly because, you might have noticed it, the one attack that I commented on that hits you from a further range that one might normally expect, that attack right there is kind of BS. It is entirely kind of BS. Grand scheme of things. Fucking get punched, brother. Get fisted in real time. Blood tax. Okay, cool. Starfist? That might be the okay, well, shit. I really wasn't planning on the pivot, but okay. Jesus Christ, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Of course there's a poison meatball. Why wouldn't there be? That guy was just minding his own business. Regardless of who is minding their own business or not, most enemies in this game unfortunately do not get that courtesy with me anymore. I wish I could give them courtesy like that. I really do, but yeah, not so much. So how is the Hearthstone going? Is it? I'm not terribly familiar with it. Are you and Star fighting against each other, or is it more so that you're winning the game and Star's losing the game, or vice versa, or are you playing on the same team together? I'm really honestly not at all familiar with the game. Kept dying because one of the boss's attacks kept misreading the range of his attacks by not even half a meter. I would totally believe that. I would fully fucking believe that, honestly. This game is full of so much bullshit on a daily basis. I mean, like, here's the thing. I love this game, but I'm not gonna deny the fact that this game is so full of shit on an average day basis. Like, the number of things that can get you so fucked is just all of them. Star is totally losing against you. She's pretty much teaching you. Nice. Well, you know what? Honestly, I'm glad you're having a fun time. It sounds like a good time.
I am an old soul here.
Can I get the Starfist upgraded immediately? Actually, if I can, then I might pivot immediately. That's a plus 12 Starfist right there. Yeah, honestly, unfortunately, as far as it stands, Spike Cestus, you've been lovely, you've been wonderful. Starfist, though. Yeah, we are all about the Starfisting. Phrasing. We play duos against each other, sometimes new season, though, so she's been watching you play games and giving you pointer. Nice! That's awesome. Nice. Honestly, that sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like a really, really good time. Here's the thing. Not terrifying enemies here, but I am still going to clear out just because. Yeah, Starfist are insane. Like, they do so much work in this game. They genuinely do. They're, again, like, weapons that are hand-to-hand combat are so, like, absolutely flip-a-flappin' good. They're a wonderful time. I'm sorry, Star, did I confuse you? Yeah, no, we just got this Starfist weapon in the game, and, yeah, my dumbass. Phrasing is everything. So, I'm trying to think right now, like, I guess of the Soulsborns I'll probably have the most difficulty with, I think it will probably end up being Dark Souls 2. Mainly because Dark Souls 2 works on a very different engine, and Dark Souls 2, like, if I play it dumb and slow and shit, I could probably get away with it very easily. Grand scheme of things, right? Probably. But Dark Souls 2 could be arguably our biggest challenge, just because Dark Souls 2 is and can be such a massive pain in the ass. You know what? Honestly, let's just pump health, I think, at this point. Health, and maybe we'll pivot. You know what? No, fuck that. We're just gonna go right for Altus at this point. I think we're pretty well off. Grand scheme of things, I think we're pretty damn well off. Plus 12 Starfists, Bloodflame Blade on our hands. Honestly, I really don't see us having much issue until, like, much later game. New Rune Arc's not really worth a lot. I am gonna need to probably go take care of Fort Faroth real quickly. I'll purchase that just because of how cheap it is, but it's probably not gonna come in super clutch. Grand scheme of things. That is a +3, which makes it so we can get our spear up to a plus... I mean, shit, I think up to a +6 now at this point. Okay, alright, that's probably pretty worth our time. I'll take the bell bearing, why not? I don't see myself sitting here and dealing with what we have to deal with here. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to move along. It's not worth the time investment. Grand scheme of things. Alright, what do we have? Item... trash. Okay, cool. Mostly trash. I don't really know if I'd ever want to sit down and, like, properly play a card game, grand scheme of things. I don't think I do. Yeah, you don't honestly know. I don't think I... There's plenty of games out there, like, I might dedicate time to, but I think of them that I would likely be able to dedicate time to, maybe, like, Marvel Rivals, or maybe, like, Overwatch. I've never played either of them, funny enough. And I don't really intend to start, grand scheme of things. That is apparently my fucking word phrasing of the day. I do not have the second half of the DEATHLESS medallion, so we need to go do that. Actually, you know what? While we're thinking about cash money, why don't we go get some cash money? Do I have any frozen grease? No. I do not. I do have this, though. Not really played Overwatch before, but Marvel Rivals is fun. Nice. I fucking thought I rolled that, but okay. That's a really meaty boss fight. You know what? No, I think we're fine. I think we're fine right now. The one thing I worry about here is when he starts doing his slam-a-jam. The golden whatever it's called. Yeah, that. No staggers, that's okay. The skins go crazy. Nice. Frankly, I feel like anymore, most games, it's all about the skins, right? Okay, and this should be enough to finish. Awesome. I should probably get rid of this. There we go. Awesome. Fat pile of money. Cool. Let's go do the other one real quickly, too, while we're at it. Honestly, with how easy the trees are, grand scheme of things. I keep saying it. Alright. Zeke is fine right now. Level up. Let's do... Why don't we get ourselves up to 50 on Vigor? Yeah, let's get up to 50 Vigor, and I think at that point we can pivot into whatever other categories that we want. I am gonna real quickly here. Where are they? Charms. Where are the charms? There we go. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of that. And tell you what, let's get rid of these. That. And that. Alright, let's go deal with the tree that's right over here, and then we can start taking care of more of the main quest. Actually, once we get Fort Faroth knocked out of the way, then we can go right into Altus Plateau, take care of everything there, go right over to Redmane, and with Redmane, we can get a lot of shit done. Flame. Alright, got the tap. There we go. Cool. Easy first round. GG's. I fucking rolled, but you can lie to me like that game. Or why not? Alright, right away. Okay, he's spamming. Understandable. Rolled. Beautiful. Big meaty hits. No staggers. There's a stagger. Alright, cool. Unfortunate that I took such a hit, but okay. I think I left on my Scarab, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, alright. It's not, like, the worst thing in the world, but that was a shit ton of physical negation that I just completely left off there. Not the best plan in the world. But it all worked out, right? At the end of the day, it all worked out. Okay, cool. There we go. We're probably not going to be going terribly. Well, that was dumb. Why would I leave before leveling up? Alright, there's 50 in Vigor. And I think at this point we could probably start just doing primarily damage. So we'll probably start doing just primarily damage. Let's go over to the church that Millicent is chilling at real quickly and see if we can get ourselves another flask upgrade. If we can get that, cool. Awesome. But we are probably going to be ending it sometime not too long from now, folks. Grand scheme of things. Oh. It always sucks when I catch myself in the time loop of my own, like, overuse of a certain, like, phrase or word, honestly. Because, like, it's not that I'm doing it on purpose, necessarily. It's just it keeps happening. And it's dumb. It's stupid. It's stinky behaviors. But, well, here we are. Okay. Oh, cool. Am I aggroed? No, I am not. Awesome. Alright, let's do Fort Faroth real quickly here. And then we can go and do, whatchamacallit. And from there, we can go and do whatchamacallit even more. Go. Blood Flame does its work. GG's. Right. Snail is not an enemy, apparently. Somber 3. Oh, cool. Nice. Actually, you know what? Not a bad get. Another Somber 3. Okay. Another Somber 3. Sure, fuck it. We'll take all the Somber 3s. Why not? Actually, yeah, honestly, like, yeah, all the Somber 3s we can get, every single one of those is going to be, like, level up preventions. So, yeah, we'll take every single one of them. In fact, actually, real quickly here, before I get too high on this ladder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. So we can already take one weapon up to level 5. Which will probably end up being the Serpent Hunter. Great. Almost said it again. It's annoying when you catch yourself in that time loop, but at the same time, it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny when it happens. Let's go check the cathedral real quickly and see if there's anything worth purchasing. I don't think there will be, but still. No. Still almost legitimately nothing worth purchasing. Alright, well, in that case, let's go real quickly and deal with a graveyard that's over this way. Surely the graveyard over here has something of high value. Has to, right? Archer's probably the scariest thing here, so I'm going to deal with it real quickly. You know what? Honestly, never mind. I'm just going to deal with everything scary here. Okay, cool. I think I've been abusing my controller too much lately here, because I'm noticing, like, the clicker on it, and I don't really, like, abuse my controllers, but I am noticing that the clicker on it's getting a little bit stiffer. So it might be about that time for me to get a new controller soon enough here. Unfortunately, as that may be. Okay. All right. Yep. Off to the Dectus lift. Go deal with that, and then we can go ahead and turn our asses around. Go deal with Radon, and we'll be pretty much set up next time for getting our asses right on up to the capital, I guess. Yeah. If we can get extra lucky, hopefully we'll find ourselves a couple of Smithy 5s while we're up here. We only need the 3, right? And if we can get them, very cool. We can get ourselves leveled up pretty damn quickly. But if we're not able to find them, we can probably make do. We can probably make do and find ourselves, like, some better overall options. So, Somber 8, cool. Frankly, would also... Honestly, I would not mind just getting enough in terms of upgrade material to just say, hey, let's just invest in our Somber weapon. Is the capital the last area? Capital is not the last area. Also, I missed that item. Capital's not the last area. Capital, though, is kind of what you would consider like that make or break point in the game. And you do want to treat it seriously. Go, cool, cheese his ass. There's the money, awesome. Okay. Alright, now we can do Radon's castle. And hopefully get away with it pretty easily. I was so silent you thought I died? No deaths so far. No deaths so far, Kingdom. Honestly, like, we've been doing pretty darn good so far. Our luck has been, for the most part, pretty spicy, I would say. But I appreciate the concern. Item. Grab the item. Thank you. Even if it was useless, still. It's just the principle at that point. Thank you, Torrent, for being useless as dog water. Awesome. Alright, here's hoping our Radon fight is not, terrible. Alright, didn't leave it on. We're just getting the natural buff from the general area that we're in. So whenever you see gold flakes like this raining down from the sky, there is a natural rune gain buff that you get from that. It's kind of neat. Almost said it again. Awesome. Stone Sword Key. Okay, cool. Kind of regret leaving that archer alive. They might be a pain in the ass. Yeah, just a little bit. Yep. Okay. Yep, there it is. There's them being a pain in the ass. Awesome. Nothing like a fucking archer in the wrong location. What's funny, too, is I was gonna let them live. I'm just glad that they didn't snipe my ass down from, like, the top of the ladder, I guess. Because, like, I'm pretty confident if they did that, I might have died, but, well... little victories. Little victories, I guess. Alright, fucking get murdered. Okay, get fucking murdered. Staff of the Guilty. Was that a bear I heard? Well. Chug. Awesome. Thank you so much, game. I was really hoping that it would just translate to, like, almost nothing fucking useful. Alright, get fucking, absolutely punctured. Very cool. Awesome. Was it worth it in the grand... Oh. Was it worth it to murder that thing? Probably not. But whatever. We did it. We did it anyways. Alright, more caches. Okay. Oh, that's not great. Yeah, it could be worse, I guess. The entire area could be overrun with enemies, and that would be the worst case scenario, but I think we're fine right now. I think we're fine. Alright. Let's collect that last little bitty bit of loot that we can right now, and then we'll go ahead and go deal with Radon, and, yeah. Here. There it is. Troll Drake. Not superbly useful, but not a bad get either. Not an enemy worth dealing with, but, like, I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay, cool. Stormhawks Not... Okay, alright. Stormhawk is not a bad thing to get. No, 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 no. Not bad at all. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's go deal with Radon. Let's go deal with Radon, and then I think we're going to call it for the night. At this point, we might be hard pivoted into our Starfists. We might just be using Starfist this point onwards. Unless we have, like, really stupidly bad luck and we can't find any more stones for it. If that happens, then sure, we'll suffer, and we'll pivot as we need to. There's an item over there. But if we don't have to worry about that at all, then I'm just going to keep the build exactly as is. Because, like, Bloodflame Starfists is... It's already proven its worth. 1,000 times over. So, the only time this would probably not be the build to use exactly would be if it's a build that... Like, a boss specifically that can't bleed. But even then, the Starfists on their own can do so much damage, do so much harm to enemies. It doesn't particularly matter. And then on top of that, we can grease these bad boys to however we want. So, regardless of the situation at hand, we can grease and fist every boss available. So we're fine. We're fine. Who's it gonna be? Loretta. Okay. Loretta's not bad. It's, Spirit Loretta, but, I mean, frankly, Spirit Loretta's not that big of a pain in the ass. Actually, I think we have some lightning grease, so, you know what? Honestly, even better. Which, by the way, if you don't know, spirits generally are weaker to, lightning grease. Banished Knight's Halberd. Okay, cool. Game do you think is going to give you the most trouble? We're going to continue the challenge even if you don't make it in time? We'll see. I haven't really thought about it too deeply yet. Fair enough. There's the buff. Gotta tell you about Duck Game. Oh, yeah, no, definitely. That's true. Spent a lot of money. $1 reduber. Oh my goodness, Star. That's a very expensive game. You gotta watch out for those. No, Duck Game's, like, legit one of the best games I've ever played. It's such a fun time. It is such a fun time. I wish it was a way more, like, mainstream game. Don't see why they always say poor Radon's horse. It looked pretty fine to you. What Duck Game? It's just called Duck Game, and the entire, like, premise of the game is dumb as shit, but it's also, like, genuinely, like, some of the most fun you'll probably ever have. Grand scheme of things. It is so much fun. Honestly. Okay. Well, there's our two great bosses, I guess. I mean, we didn't technically have to do them both, but I still did them anyways, just because, I don't know, like, it's nice to get that shit done. Sounds like an Untitled Goose Game type of game. No, definitely not, actually. Like, it's not at all. It sounds that way in the title, but it's an Adult Swim game, and the long short of what you're dealing with Duck Game is it is a 2D action-packed, like, I guess Contra-like would be the correct term for it. It's kind of like a Contra game where, like, you get shot once, you're dead as shit. But it's all multiplayer. And pretty much you play against other people before. I'm sorry, Jesus speaking. You play against other people. And it's a lot of fun. It really is. Is there a boss here? Oh, there is a boss here. Just, huh? I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling frisky. Come on, get your ass out here. You played it before? Nice. It is so much fun. What's funny, I think, about this boss is it baits you with the horse stomping first there. Please, sir. Cock and ball torture? Sir, would you like your nuts punched? $5.99. And he's dead. Gorgeous. There we go. Cash money in the pockets. Wonderful. I think it was at a convention or something. Okay. Gotcha. Well, it is a really damn good game. Did I ever get the immortal horse glitch? Immortal horse glitch. I can't say I've done that before, Kingdom, but what I can tell you is I've gotten I've done flying torrent before. I've done that before at the least, but and I had a lot of fun with that glitch. Genuinely, like, so much fun. If you kill the dude while he falls off his horse stays and it's immortal. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, in this case I can say I've never done that before. Genuinely never. But also, like, that guy is, like, a pain in the ass stagger without just outright killing his horse. So. Like, I don't know. Like, the Night Riders are not very fun. Okay, let's see here. Sure, why not? It's cheap enough. Got it on the second one you killed and was so confused. I would believe it because it makes no sense. Yeah, it's definitely... It's ironic that that would still be in the game at this point, I would say. But, eh. EldenRing. EldenRing and its devs. Alright, we're gonna be ending pretty soon here. Like, yeah, I think we're gonna be ending pretty soon here. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself tonight, and I did promise myself that we would get some decent progress, but not too far ahead. Thing is we're probably pretty on pace to, like, finish EldenRing next stream. Assuming I don't get too absolutely, like, locked in on anything incredibly stupid. As long as that's the case, haha, we should be fine. I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna ignore the Site of Grace for once. It's just, like, it's nice, but it's not that nice. You know what? I don't care too much to kill this guy, but fuck it. Okay. Yeah, not even worth it. I mean, that could be worth it, but it's not worth it by much. Comically enough, it's kind of funny that our character's name would be King in this case. And we have a character that is using fist weapons primarily. At the rate we're going at, we could have probably renamed him into, like, King Hippo or something like that, but I do enjoy the comedy of that, at least a little bit. I don't know, like, small, like, completely unrelated, like, circumstances do usually make me, like, giggle at least a little bit when it comes to games like this. Alright. Sit down real quickly, level up. Not enough for 2 levels. That's okay. Alright. Let's do the faith requirement. Why not? Faith. Let's go get the tree that's over to the left. You know what? I'm gonna ignore it for right now. It's not terribly deep to get that tree, but... There we go. Alright. Why don't we go book it towards whatever our next major, path-blocking boss is? Remembrance of Black Blade. Okay, cool. You know what? Honestly, right now. Yep. Cash money. Aeonian Butterfly. Okay, cool. Can I level up off of this? I could probably level up off this, right? $20 is probably okay for now. What do we have? Yes. Smithy 5s. Expensive Smithy 5s, but still Smithy 5s. Int. I'll take the bell bearing, but it's not that important. Okay. Alright. Let's go check and see what our next boss is. Once we're done with DTS, once we're done with our DTS, then we're gonna call it a night. Regardless of whether or not we warp away or we come back to it, either way, we'll have our determination. So. Okay, cool. I am sorry if I don't think I've really done this tonight, but I am sorry if I have been a little bit less attentive than usual. Nunga Gago quip. You cry every time. I'm sorry, Spy. I'm yeah, wrong game, bud. Oh, okay. Alright. Easy cake. Holy grease, there we go. Chug. My holy balls will be slapped in your face. Okay, slightly more intimidating the fact that it's the skeleton that drops the fucking nukes. Slightly more intimidating, but it's okay. It's all good. This is such an easy boss fight. Yeah, exactly. Easy. Okay, not even a problem. 60k in the back pockets, gorgeous. Actually, I thought that's a normal amount for this. So I'm a little surprised it's not more than that. Okay. What's a Gungaga? A spell from Final Fantasy? If I remember correctly. I am unfortunately less familiar than I should be. Although I could also imagine that being a joke of a question, just because, yeah. You know what? Honestly, more strength. More strength, more good. Yum yum. Top spell of legend? I'd believe it. Me? Gungaga. Yeah. Level 69, naturally, of course. We end off tonight on level 69. Perfect timing. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's pretty good. So, folks, I think that is going to have to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful time. As always, be sure to leave a like on the stream if you haven't already considered it. It helps out a literal ton and a half. But yeah, no, honestly, like, take good care of yourselves. Have a good rest of the night. Get some food, some water, some sleep, whatever floats your boat. But either way, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for stopping in. Sarah, thank you so much for stopping in. Appreciate it. Kingdom, Spy, Star, thank you all so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. You have a great rest of your night. Take good care of yourselves.